Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to the vlog. Today it's Saturday and we're having one of those days. I've had quite the week, to be completely honest. I am really tired from Bridal Fashion Week. It was a bit intense, like the parts that I filmed and the parts that I didn't really film, but I enjoyed it so much. I really hope that I can go next year because definitely Jimmy Choo and Wang Feng were my absolute favorites, and it kind of makes me want to get married again because just the dresses were insane. Now we've also had our hands full with Ollie, that I just put him on his PJs again because I just cannot take my eyes off him for 2 seconds without him trying to eat something or licking himself. I just think that he's reacting to all the restrictions that we're trying to put on him so he recovers, and we need him to recover fast. He's gonna get the stitches removed tomorrow, so I am so happy about that. He's just been a little bit more complicated than usual. Masha, she's perfect as per usual. You cannot see her, but she's right here. And also I've got the flu. I don't know if it's the flu or if it's like seasonal allergies, like the pollen has been insane in the past couple of weeks. I just keep sneezing, even the dogs are sneezing, but I definitely feel like very tired. I feel like I'm getting a little bit sick and I really want to get like ahead of that, so I've been trying to rest a little bit more. So today we're gonna have a one-day vlog, basically spending a Saturday at home. We do have dinner with friends with Vincent and Marco tonight, and I would love to go book shopping. That's pretty much what I want to do today. As for the rest, I would just love to stay home. I really need to organize my closet. We have a couple of really interesting things coming that I cannot wait, but I definitely feel like I need to organize the house a little bit. I have a lot of editing to do, but yeah, this vlog is going to be a little bit different, a little bit more chill, maybe not as long. It's going to be a little bit more homey, and we're just gonna try to wind down after a really hectic and stressful week. Overall, I'm just aiming for a really cozy, slow morning. Okay, so something that I really wanted to do was to kind of organize my closet. I know that it looks organized-ish, but I definitely need to clear out so many things. I also want to organize it a little bit better because there's things that I reach out for a little bit later in the summer, and there's also things that are for fall that I'm not gonna reach out right now at all. All my winter coats have been stored, so we only have like a few trench coats around here. So yeah, that's something that I kind of wanted to focus on today. So I always love watching like closet organization and things like that. Plus I need to kind of start packing for a little trip that we're planning on taking, and I really don't want to use those pieces, so like starting setting them aside would be probably the best idea. Now you might likely hear in the background a bit of construction. So we basically have two different neighbors having construction, and filming has been a little bit complicated due to that. So apologies if you can hear that. I'm gonna do my best with the noise cancelling, but yeah, some closet clean out and also changing. I definitely need to pick an outfit for the day, probably something just cozy to stay home. Okay, because we might go out, I wanted to put something comfortable for the house. I'm probably just gonna add a sweater because inside my apartment it's always super cold. Now, since we moved my closet to this room, I found that I need like an extra shelf probably for the longer stuff. So I improvised with this. Here I have like long dresses, my robes, and some jackets, a few trench coats that are definitely now gonna go into storage because I don't think I'm gonna be using a jacket or a trench coat until pretty much October. And I kind of wanted to dedicate this rack to like the dresses that I reach out for the most. Now here I have shorts that I need to declutter this quite a lot. Here are my pants, that it's basically denim and white pants. That's basically it. And here I have like t-shirts, tops that I also need to clear out a bit, and here are like some tops that are really hard to hang. Here we have blouses and shirts, and here are my sweaters, and over here I have my bags. Over here are my raviolo bags from Amato Daniele, and up here I have my queen mid and also my other queen bags. Now here we have a bit more of a handbag section. These are like the bags that I've been having on heavy rotation in the past couple of weeks. Love them, and it's basically what you have been seeing me wear in the last couple of vlogs. But yeah, here are the bags. Here are my shoes, and on this rack right here we have dresses that we also need to clean out. Quite a few dresses because I have so many. So yeah, this is going to be like a summer clear out wardrobe reset and setting things up so I can just organize it a little bit better. So I think I need to start by basically putting everything away and then back in its place, but like organized a little bit better. I love organizing my closet, but I just hate the mess that you have to do while you are doing the organization. But I have not done this in quite a while, so it was very, very much needed. Hi! Were you guys napping? Ollie always does pretty much the same thing, and he's just like a bulldozer. Right in the middle. No, Ollie, I just folded that. Masha. She always likes to steal the tags. Hola.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling.
So basically, Polo trained him to be pretty much like a goat. Every single time that he sees like something that he can get onto, he will. So it's basically more of a matter of working around him. Oye, oye. Honestly, something that I've been thinking a lot about, especially when I've been clearing out my closet, is like the change that I've had in my style in the past couple of years. And like still owning things that used to be very much my style, but now I barely reach out for them, and not wanting to let them go because I don't know if I'm gonna eventually go back to it. So I don't know, that is sometimes a little bit complicated. I definitely don't want to just like accumulate a lot of clothing that I am clearly not using. So I think for some pieces I'm just gonna give it a little bit of time.
Don't. I should be the last to know we're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the end.
Okay, we're good with the tops. Now let's go with the shorts. These ones are like undershorts. I use them when I'm wearing like a really short dress and I just want to make sure that I'm covered. Really, really love them. They're like just lace basics for me. These ones are of course coming to France. It's here.
Hello, Ramona. I mistook you for a dream.
Linen shorts are always a must, especially for this kind of trips. So it's a yes. I don't know, like right now packing is a little bit complicated because you need to think of the fact that it's going to be quite hot during the day, but you're gonna need sweaters and pants during the night. And yes, I pretty much have silk and lace shorts in every single color available and I love it.
We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't.
This one is definitely coming. With what am I gonna wear it? No idea. Okay, so the construction stopped a little bit for lunchtime, which I am very grateful for. We just had some chicken broth. Every single time that any of us are sick, it's just like our default thing that we want to have for lunch. And I have to say that I feel a little bit better than in the morning. Even though I've been taking the day quite slow, it's already like 3 p.m. I think I definitely needed a day to just like stay home. I am the type of person that as much as I love going out and doing activities, I think I need to be at home 80% of the day for me to feel normal and not super drained in my battery. And I don't know if that's really weird. And I don't know if that's super strange or if it's just like me. But if I am out all day, basically the next day I need to be home all day so I can like even things out. So I was definitely someone who was thriving during the pandemic because I can very well not leave the house for 3 days and feel fantastic about it. I do need some sun exposure, so sometimes I just like really enjoy sitting on the terrace. But basically, to explain the plans for the trip that we have, I've never been to Provence, and I was talking to my friend Stella that you guys know from Paris in my last couple of vlogs, and we were kind of waiting for Ollie to get better, and because he gets his stitches removed tomorrow, I asked the vet and he said that fantastic, that he's already like all good. As long as he's like behaving, it's totally perfect. So we rented an Airbnb, like this beautiful little white house with blue windows in the south of France, and it's going to be Stella, Richie, her boyfriend, Polo and me, and Stella's gonna bring ravioli and we're gonna bring Masha and Ollie. And it's a house that is quite remote. We definitely plan to go to like the markets and all of that. So I was just like thinking about the things that I want to pack, but I need to pack like pants and shorts, dresses and sweaters, and like nice shoes, but also shoes for like the forest and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be such an amazing time. I am so excited. We're gonna go for 3 days. The only thing that I'm struggling with is that we're not finding a lot of places to eat close to the house, so we're probably gonna have to cook for many of the days, which is completely fine. So that's why I wanted to find a good read to take to this trip, because it's going to be quite a few days. I just want to go buy a book that I get obsessed with. So I have a list of books that I want to go find. I want to read them in English. I just usually want to read the books in the language that they were written, because sometimes with the translations I do not love it unless it's something very complicated. So I'm gonna go to this bookshop that is actually really close to where we're gonna go have dinner tonight. They basically have like a lot of English books, and they have a lot of fantasy, romance, the things that I like basically. I'm still reading Little Women. I kind of go back and forth between putting it down and grabbing it again. It's just, I know this book so well that I don't know, I think it's the equivalent of me watching Friends over and over again and just knowing exactly what's gonna happen on every single episode. But I do love my comfort books. But I am looking to maybe buy Once Upon a Broken Heart. The other one is The Cruel Prince, and like I have a whole notes, but we will see which ones we can find, because sometimes these books are not always available, especially here in Barcelona. I sometimes struggle, and I want to go to a bookshop to buy them. I don't want to order it from Amazon. So yeah, that's gonna be like the errand of the day plus dinner. But yeah, I'm so excited for a road trip to the south of France. Every single time that I'm about to travel, I get so overwhelmed with like everything that I feel like I need to do. And I always do that even weeks before I leave. So I always like to make lists. I have like this notes pad. Let me show you. It's just like shopping list and you can just tick them. So I'm always filling these ones up. As much as I love having like Notion and all of that, I always just go back to paper. I usually have this one with me in my bag. This is the Louis Vuitton agenda in the PM size. And let me show you. I have this one literally only like lists. It's blank pages that you can do little lists, and also I have blank ones where you can just do some like junk journaling that I've been really loving to do, including also having a dream journal. Like I've been having for the past month like 2-3 dreams per night, and they're always the craziest thing, and if I don't write them down the moment that I wake up, I will forget them. So I've been trying to note them down, and I have like a little book that explains dreams, and I also do a little bit of research to try to understand like what my subconscious is trying to tell me, because it's always super random things that I don't understand. I don't know if it's normal to dream every single night, but I didn't used to do it. Like I've always been someone that dreams a lot, but not like this. So yeah, I also use this one as my little dream journal, junk journaling and lists. That's why I really love the PM size, because also it fits in most of my bags. Now I think I got everything that I wanted to do today. I may or may not have found a bag on my wish list on the Bridal's website. And I don't even know if I want to show it, because if I don't order the bag, someone else will, surely. Like it's going to sell out fast. So I think I need to make a decision. And her wedding anniversary is coming up, so could be, might be. It is a bag that I've talked about for a while, but this color I've never mentioned before because it is new. It's a new release color that is really hard to find, and I just think that this color was made for me. And it's the first time that I see it available, and it's literally in the size that I wanted. So I think I should. This would be the first bag that I buy of the year. It would mean that I need to let something go, even though I've downsized it quite a lot, but I am very tempted with this one. Like I've seen so many bags that I like on their website for the past couple of months, and I have not been like so in love with this one. So I think we're gonna do it, and I do have some credit for them from all of the bags that I sold. So life is too short. Buy the bag. I'm gonna put it in the cart and give it good 10 minutes, and if I end up going forward with it, I'll let you guys know. But also I have a lot of editing to do. Last vlog was quite long and I've just had my hands full, but I want to tackle quite a bit of editing if possible today. Also, I always get questions about this chair. This chair, I got it because I was having really bad back problems since I was editing in the living room in that sofa. Polo calls it my rotting sofa. I would basically wake up, have my coffee, and then just start editing from the morning. And it was so bad for my back. So I was looking for something like this, and we actually found it on Amazon. It is not my ideal chair. The pink one used to be my office chair, but apparently that pink chair was also not the best for me, and I needed something that was ergonomic, but I still cannot help myself to put my legs up. Since I was a little kid, I do this or I cross them. I also loved doing my homework on the staircase. I would sit on the stairs and just like study there or do my homework there. I don't know, I just know that I need to correct it and like sit properly, which I can't. I just don't feel as comfortable.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream. The shadows of that time are cast beneath the streetlight beam. As the world moves on, time sings a song.
So this is my rotting couch. I love just staying here and sometimes watching TV. And I usually share this sofa with Ollie. That is so funny that even though he is a bit bigger and heavier than Masha, he makes sure that he fits and that he can snuggle. So sometimes I have Ollie on top of me and then I put my laptop either here and I just edit with him. And we also watch movies. He's really happy that he can finally get on the sofa because before we could not let him unless we literally carried him up. But now the doctor approved that he can do little jumps just to the sofa, right? He's the most loving, Velcro, cuddly, needy dog I've ever had in my entire life. And I've had so many dogs, and I absolutely adore that about him. But yes, you also eat a lot of things that you shouldn't, right? So I am currently watching Outlander. I am behind a couple of seasons, but I had to restart. So I think I'm gonna watch one episode with my glass of wine, and then we're gonna go to the bookstore because it's literally next to the place that we're gonna go have dinner. But regarding Outlander, right now I'm on season 3, episode 7. Okay, so I'm pretty much ready to go to bed. I am here joined by Mashita that is probably really tempted by my face mask. If I ever put any type of lotion, they go absolutely feral. I decided to put the collagen one because I feel like my skin has felt so dull and tired, and I'm actually getting like a massive pimple like right in the middle of the forehead, like around here. But I wanted to show you my list of summer reads, and I also want to talk about the books that I didn't get but I plan to read. So maybe I'm gonna get a new Kindle or something like that. So these two, I got them today. These are like a TikTok recommendation, so I don't know if they're good or not. I cannot vouch for them, but they are Light Lark and Night Bane by Alex Astor, and I was able to get like a limited edition of them. So these are romantasy books, so they're supposed to be like different islands, like kingdoms. I usually don't want to read much about it before I go into the books because then I kind of like spoil myself. The other book that I plan to read this summer is Emma, but I actually want to get the English version. So this one I've read it a while ago. This one is in Spanish. But I would say that Emma is my favorite book from Jane Austen series, like more than Pride and Prejudice. Like this one is just a little bit lighter. It just feels easy and like fun. It's very Bridgerton, so I just love it and it's an absolute classic. I was looking for This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me because the way that this book was described to me was Outlander meets Game of Thrones. So it sounds literally right up my alley. I think that one I'm gonna have to read also on Kindle because I was not able to find it or to order it. And then we have these two that I'm really excited. I think these are the ones that I'm gonna start with. And it's Once Upon a Broken Heart. And I already got the Ballad of Never After. So this one is actually quite pretty. This is the second one. This one is just like the hardcover of the first one. And this is just like a super whimsical book. I've been meaning to start reading this series for quite a while now, but I was waiting to finish Caraval, so we're finally gonna get into this once this summer and I am so excited. But yeah, this is my to be read list plus the ones that I mentioned. If I think about anything else, I'll definitely let you guys know because I am definitely looking forward to reading a lot this summer. I feel like the past year I've been so bad and I enjoy reading so much. It also really helps me like to fully disconnect because when I'm watching TV, I really enjoy it, but I'm like my mind is still running on everything else going on. But when I'm reading, like I am all into reading. I've also really been into poetry, but I don't know, I haven't really found like any good poetry book that really fits what I need. So that's something that I'm gonna look a little bit into. But yeah, this face mask, I need to leave it on for at least like 3 hours. So maybe I'm just gonna sleep with it. It's actually quite early. We had early dinner. I loved seeing Vincent and Marco. I haven't seen them in such a long time. I feel like we just never seem to find like the same times to be free and be able to see each other. But I can definitely recommend the place. The pizza was fantastic and I think it was the best focaccia that I've had in a really long time. I feel like I look a little bit crazy with the face mask every single time that I film with them. But I've actually found that when you do your skincare before you put the face mask, it stays put a little bit easier and you just like soak in even more like good stuff. It's just Korean skincare is so good. I've been really into it. I really hope that you guys enjoy this vlog. It was a little bit slower and definitely more homey, but I really did not have the energy to be out and about this week. I am so tired, but also very excited about Ollie getting the stitches removed tomorrow. I will update you guys on that. And I did ordered the bag, so we will have an unboxing soon. I am really nervous to see the color in person, but overall it just looks absolutely amazing and like the bag is going to be so me and I think I'm gonna love it so much. So yeah, I'm really excited. So I hope that you have a beautiful week. I am going to read a little bit and then just go to bed. The dogs have been walked. Masha is here on the bed with me and Ollie is in his bed, but he's probably gonna jump in any moment now. But thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one. Bye.